The LCC tool is composed by 6 sheets. The first one, project information. Then we have the VLC sheet. It follows the construction cost sheet, the calculation of maintenance, results, and charts. The first 4 sheets are devoted to receive input values. The last 2 display the results of the calculation. 3 types of cells are available. First, we have the white ones that are cells that have to be filled with input values. Then we have the yellow cells that contains text, comments, and references. Finally, the gray cells that contains automatic calculations. In this first input sheet, general data about the analyzed building is collected, together with those boundary conditions required for the LCC calculation. First, you can insert general project data like name, location, author, and construction year. Then, in this second section, building surfaces and volumes are collected. Surfaces and volumes are collected, divided in heated and unheated areas. Then, data from the energy calculation is required. First, a reference area must be provided. The definition of treated floor area comes from PHPP software, the energy calculation tool used during the data collection campaign. If another tool is used for the energy calculation, the net floor area should be provided instead. The input parameters from average U-value opaque components to PV installed capacity are not essential for the LCC calculations, since they are used only to calculate indicators. A section which provides a check on the building construction cost was also integrated in here to support the data collection. In this way, it is possible to verify the correctness of the data inserted in the construction cost sheet, comparing the sum of those values with the total cost, design plus construction, inserted here manually. The following section collects data about incomes. Income refers to the revenues obtained during the building operation. In particular, data about monthly rent, rented area, taxes can be provided, but if other sources of revenues are available, please insert them in the section Other Income. The possibility to insert income generated by selling the building was also included in the cell Expected Building Price. Economic boundary conditions are collected in this section. This permits the calculation of actualized energy and maintenance costs over the building lifespan. Essential values for the LCC calculations are, on the one hand, the interest rates that you can change here using the scroll bar, and going down in the energy price section, the values of average fuel price and their price increase. Finally, data about energy consumption and energy production must be provided in this last section. On the left side, you can see the different energy systems listed. We can select up to 2 different heating systems, 2 different cooling systems, and 2 domestic hot water systems. For example, if we have a heat pump, here we can insert a comment saying what type of technology we are using, heat pump. Then in this column, we select the corresponding energy source, in this case, the national electricity mix, and the tool will display here the price you have provided above in the energy price section. Then you have to provide the specific energy consumption, and annual energy consumed will be calculated. In this sheet, non-construction costs and costs related to building design process are collected. This data, together with the construction costs collected in the next sheet and the calculated operation and maintenance costs, build what we call the whole life cycle. In the first section, non-construction costs, such as cost of land, enabling costs, and planning fees can be provided. Two columns are available to split the costs and to maintain a better overview if required by the specific cost structure of the building examined. Now a brief description of the costs indicated here on the left. First, the cost of land. This is the cost of the land and the volume allowed to be built. Then we have the price. So this is the unitary price of the land. The enabling costs are those costs for the site preparation works that might take place prior to work under the main construction contract. Then we have the planning fees, taxes and fees to be paid for getting the permission and fulfill the administrative issues. We have the user support costs. It includes all the costs for the support activities during the organization phase, management of the property, help desk and IT services. Finally, the finance costs are those costs related to the interest or costs of money in case of bank loan. In the second section of the whole life cost sheet, design costs should be provided divided in preliminary, definitive, and executive design. Standard cost typologies are displayed on the left side. Nevertheless, if required, other costs can be added. Building site management costs are also included in this sheet. These are costs for the general building site management in terms of supervision of the activities, organization, and cost for the general equipment. So please insert here the cost for the equipment when it deals with the general building site operation, while you can insert in the sheet construction cost in the cells related to other costs when it deals with particular building element. This sheet collects the construction cost. On the left side, the building elements and the building services have been listed according to the European Code of Measurement structure. Each element can further be expanded in order to provide a detailed cost breakdown. On the left side, a brief description can be inserted together with the corresponding area. Then we have the column dedicated to the materials costs. Here, an aggregated global cost can be directly inserted, or also a unitary price can be provided. Then, proceeding to the right side, we have the labor cost column, where aggregated labor cost or a detailed labor cost can be provided. Finally, we have a column dedicated to other costs that not fit the previous two categories. If a detailed breakdown between cost of the materials and labor cost is not available, please insert the global cost, which means the construction cost, in the column of the materials. Finally, data about maintenance cost should be provided. In this sheet, calculation maintenance, an overview of the maintenance cost is displayed. First, on the top, maintenance cost of building element is calculating, taking into account the percentage of maintenance cost indicated in the first sheet project information. Then, going down, we have the maintenance costs for the building services, renewable energy sources, and other systems. Here, you can use this import building services costs button in order to import the building services from the construction cost sheet, and then a corresponding description of the imported building service should be selected from this drop-down menu. In this way, the tool calculates the corresponding maintenance cost according to the cost classification indicated in the norm EN 15459. As you can see, a percentage for the maintenance cost will be assigned together with a lifespan of the component. After providing all the available input data in the first 4 sheets, the last two display the results of the LCC calculation. In the results sheet, a breakdown of the costs is displayed on the top, and then the whole life cost, the life cycle cost, detailed in the different parts is displayed below, together with some relevant indicators that can have a better understanding of the results. Finally, at the end of the sheet, we have another way of displaying the LCC breakdown. The results are also displayed in a graphical way in the last sheet charts.